Today we're going to talk about how being active physically can help us with our feelings and help our brain feel better. All right, so this is our first slide that we have right here. So, as you can see, we have the kids being active, they're playing sports, they're with each other, and they're just relaxing. As you can see, it shows off that they feel very good. All right, so we're going to move on. So, how do you guys feel when you guys play outside? Do you guys feel happy? Do you guys feel excited? Do you guys feel energized? When I go play outside some basketball, especially with some friends, I feel like that's the best time of my life. I have fun. I'm over there working out, basically. Being with friends, socializing, and I feel pretty good about that. So, what is one of your favorite sports that you like playing that is outside? Whether that be something really active like maybe football, basketball, something more laid back like golf or even mini golf. So, we're gonna sit down first. We're gonna have a little discussion, and then we're just gonna see what everybody's favorite sport is, or even activity, maybe like dancing. But after we have a quick discussion, we're gonna ask the most important question of the day, which is, what is mental health? All right. So mental health. Let's all say it in a big class. Mental health. Now you guys gotta say it. So the more you guys say it, the better it'll be for you guys to remember. So as it says right here, mental health is how we think we feel every day, whether it be happy things or sad things. It's everything. So, whether you're feeling excited because you did good on a test, feeling sad because maybe you didn't do as good as a test, is something that we have to deal with every day, whether it's good, bad, or even something in between. So as you can see, being active can release some happy thoughts into our brains. So when you're playing basketball, do you guys feel happy? When you guys are like dancing with your friends, do you guys feel happy? I feel happy whenever I'm with my friends. So I feel like that's something we should try and do. Be more active, because if you active, you're gonna feel happy. So again, exercises causes happy chemicals to make us happy, feel less frustrated, and have more energy to feel more excited. And especially, we need to have more energy so we can all do better, even in our tests in our classrooms. All right, so we're gonna move on into the next slide. So as you can see here, exercise is an important part of our day-to-day life. So it's something that we should do every single day, even if we don't have a lot of time, or even if we don't have a lot of space to do it. Just being a little bit active each day is gonna help us. So as you can see here, we have a little character right over here. His brain is happy, he's moving, he's walking. Not only is he happy because he's gonna get strong and he's gonna get fast because he's being active, but being active also makes our brain strong. And making our brain strong is just as important as making our body strong. As you can see, boom. So now we're gonna split up into groups, and now that we're all into groups, we're gonna have a little discussion. And here are some little tips that I gave on what we can have a discussion on, like some positives that could happen with being active. So I would say making new friends. Everybody wants to make new friends. We could have like more socializing. We have better things to do. Some friends maybe you have for sports, some friends you have classroom friends. I think just making friends, that's gonna be one of the best things we could have. Next thing is you feel happier. So talk to the person around you. Like, obviously, if you're playing with sports with your best friend, or even if you're playing sports with like a rival team, if you win, you're gonna feel happy. But even if you lose, as long as you're with your friends, you're gonna feel even happier. Next thing, doing better in school. That's something that we should do, So doing better in school while being active, it's gonna actively help us do better. Because, I know how hard it is to take tests and to not have time to study, or to not have a comfortable, quiet place to do homework at home. But if you even take a little bit of time to at least be active, get those happy thoughts going in your brain, then go out there, go home, and try your best to do your work. I feel like it's gonna help you not only with homework, but with tests. And then staying healthy and motivated. Yeah, so if you work out, you're gonna stay healthy and motivated. And I feel like we should all really discuss what's going on. All right, so now we're gonna move on into our main activity for today. So now that we have all been done discussing, we're gonna move on into our main activity, which is our Just Dance. So this is where we're gonna do our Just Dance. We're either gonna choose a song based on what the whole classroom says. So we're gonna, I'm gonna make everybody choose one different song, and then the one that I hear the most often is the one we're gonna choose. Or if we can't come up with a song, the most popular song I hear right now that is on YouTube, it's Golden. Everybody talks about that song, and I feel like that would be a good song for everybody to dance to. So if we can't decide with anything, if I hear too much arguing, then we're just gonna move over to that song, and I feel like that's a good choice. So next thing. So after we're done dancing, now we're gonna move on into how we felt before and after dancing. So I have two charts here. I want everybody to get up, get a pen, get a marker, and we're all gonna start writing down first how we felt before dancing, and then after you did that, we're gonna write down how you felt after. So we're gonna go in alphabetical order. We're gonna go one person at a time, and then we just gotta make everybody feel excited that they're going up there. So after every time somebody writes something, we all just gotta clap. You know, we gotta be excited. So did you feel sad? Did you feel tired? Did you feel less energized before dancing? And how did you feel after? That's the most important thing. Were you more happy? Heard some of you guys laughing. You know, I have a bunch of smiles, and that's what we need. So just write down how you felt. Even if you didn't feel too much better after dancing, even if it was a little bit better, it's gonna count. But now we're gonna move on into our next slide. Move on into our homework for the week. So today's homework, we're gonna write down 3 things we did physically at home throughout the week. So you know, at least 3 things that you did the whole week. So even if you did 3 things in one day, that's still gonna count. So it's gonna be nice and easy homework. It's gonna be due by the end of the week. So it's gonna be due Friday, and we just need the parents' permission. So either mom or dad's signature. And you know, so we know that you did it. Write down your name, write down your date, or else I won't know who turned it in. All right, now we're gonna move on into the next slide. So 10 days off. Oh, that was a good lesson. We did everything as best as we could. Now it's time to have a little fun with your friends. You know, get up, stretch out a little bit again, and start talking to your friends. It's always good to have a little communication before class ends. But before it ends, we do have one final thing to do. We need to do one exit slip, and it's gonna be super easy, but it has to be correct, or else we can't let you leave the class. Sorry. So the things that we gotta work on are: give 2 ways exercise helps you with your feelings. That one should be really easy. The next thing, how did you feel as you started dancing? Again, that one is super easy. You know, we focused a lot on how we felt after we dance, but before dancing, it's just as important. Again, I gotta see, you know, if it's correct or not. And then the final thing, now that you guys know what physical activity is, draw one physical activity in the space provided, and then after, when you're turning it in, just explain it to me and how it is. All right, and that's it, class. Thank you. Have a good day.